an issue. Okay, next we have Liz Fraley. Don't sell yourself short.
Time starts.
Usually monitor, but today we'll try not to do that. All right, how's that? Better? Now? Still not good. Still not good. Maybe I'll just hold it like this.
Yeah.
Usually I wander and talk to my hands, so we won't do that.
So 3, 2, 1, go.
So the importance and influence of content creators should not be sold short. Whether you know it or not, as information designers, developers, and architects, you hold the throne. We're seeing some really exciting trends that are kind of converging, that bring this light together. And to help illustrate, I'm going to tell you a story about a recent experience we had with a prospective customer. We got onto the subject of information intersections at his company, and being a humble kind of guy and well accustomed to the traditional isolation of tech pubs, he didn't think anybody else was interested really in his content. But we all use it, we all create it, and we all consume it. Unfortunately, we often see that these kind of departments operate in silos of isolation, or at best, limited collaboration. They tend to squirrel away information in their secrets in your drive for use on a rainy day, and sometimes you're not even aware of it, but they are trying to reuse content and repurpose it for their end customer. If you're tasked with the responsibility to create content for your organization, then everybody wants what you have. As key developers of your company's product information, what you create is in high demand by all consumers of content. They may not use all of it, but I'll bet they're using big parts of it. So back to that customer I was telling you about. During the talks, we talked about having them ride along with us as we talked to the other departments. Is it better? It's a perfect example of silos. The other departments, they found out, were taking pieces and putting it inside the Wave and putting it in their shared drives so that it would also be sent to customers. While they were there, when we're having conversations, there's more than we found in this. But, we started to bridge a gap between these departments, and they were starting to talk together. We talked about topics for reuse, single source of truth, content structure, all those kinds of things, designing content for social media, the things that we face in tech clubs every day.
And Liz, let's take a break. I'm sorry. Your slide got
Am I
stuck.
stuck?
You're stuck. So,
I'm stuck.
tell me a good place to restart.
It's fine. It's actually
It went
great.
to the next one.
That's correct. Oh, okay. Good.
Did you start it over?
No, I haven't touched it, so.
Can you start it over? Restart it on that side? From the first side?
Yeah. Stop. Okay, and what side?
Number 8.
That one right there. Yeah.
Okay.
One right there.
Apologies.
No problem.
See, this is part of the fun, right? That was a plant of unexpected.
Uh-oh.
Okay. One more.
That one.
That one.
So sales and marketing, they talk in different terms, but at the heart of the matter, they have the same desire as you. They want to reuse information, and when they, and they want to have single purpose, repurpose, single source of truth. Let's see if I'll catch up in just a second, and I'll be on time. So the biggest thing concern for them is, of course, accuracy of content. Taking the customer example I had, right? I'm sure you can guess what their number one concern was. Am I giving them the most current, up-to-date, accurate information? And, that happens for them or for you. These are the keys to expanding your influence so you can work more effectively with other departments. Topic-based authoring, creating components that you can reassemble and redeliver. Authoring in an archive format, so you're not converting between presentation formats. Who knows what the next one will be anyway, right? And Pure XML lets you go faster and easier to do things, and lets you do stuff you never thought possible, but that's a different story. The key thing is the last thing, of course, talk early and often. Some of the things that our Tech Hub contact learned was that there were other departments using stuff that he had no idea. Sales and marketing learned how important collaboration was. They didn't know that either. They began to learn new ways that they could leverage each other to help deliver more accurate content to their customers. Imagine what would have happened if this one guy had not stopped and opened that conversation with the other departments. What can you do? Well, it starts with breaking down the walls. It starts with talking to more people. We're hearing this more and more from other departments. And it's up to you to step outside your comfort zone and lead these initiatives. For us, it comes as second nature. The customer I'm talking about, they were a very tight-knit company. They were growing in staff and revenue. They were revenue rich and staff and resources poor, right? But they had a fairly collaborative organizational model, so it made it a little easier for us to start those conversations. Most interesting thing for us was that even though they talked every day and they had a deep respect for each other, they had never really engaged in talking about content at the level we engaged them in. They'd never really talked professionally to each other. oddly enough. So you guys have built your careers in content creation. No one is better equipped or more knowledgeable than you. So, and that's part of what we do with companies. We help them bridge the gap, help them start that conversation, see those intersections. It's just second nature. And for us, it's because, we really interact with the community. And it's really important as an end user for you to execute on your job on a daily basis, to have community relationships and someone who can broker those for you, right? You can lean into those communities a lot to help you solve problems, just not all of them, because then you're just using them. So, but don't worry, if you're wondering what you can do with those old silos, here's some examples. These are all real things. Some are apartments, some are a dwelling, one's a castle. Isn't that great? So these are all actually real things. This is my favorite one. It used to be a human waste silo. Now it's a public activity silo. It's a different activity and so much better. So yeah, it's great. It's actually a real thing. It's the silo. There you go. So I know not everybody has an open and community organization, but things like that don't happen overnight. So I hope I've inspired you into taking that next step. I'm Liz Friendly. Thanks for having me.